This is King Ghidorah, my biggest build in terms of size and piece count. This monster measures 70 cm tall, 66 cm wide, and about 60 cm long. Here's Dr. Allen for scale. This build only uses 2,200 pieces from 76968, which means you can build it for yourself if you have the set. Talking about building the model, we start off by making this Y-shaped base and attaching the claws to it. We then add the two legs and connect the body to the stand. The two tails are added, as well as the three long necks and heads. Lastly, we add the two huge wings to the body. The PDF instruction is available on my Rubricable, linked down below. Let's move on to the details of this model. Firstly, the head, wings and tail are all posable. All three heads are on ball joints and can rotate and twist freely, so you can make a dynamic pose with them, like this. The two wings are connected to the body with a 45-degree joint, and only the top two joints are movable. This gives you a nice range of motion for the thinner wing sections at the top, and it allows for a few more interesting poses. Unfortunately, it only rotates in one axis. I did not have enough pieces to cover a ball joint in the wing. The tails are split into different sections so that they are free to rotate. The first tail joint changes the axis of rotation, which gives the tail more movement for poseability. But I guess that's not really important because the tail can't stay up on its own, which is why I included extra supports on the stand. With extra parts, you could extend the stand and create your own poses. I used Bandai's King Ghidorah skeleton as a reference for this model, as well as the Monsterverse model for its wing anatomy. The ribs were definitely the hardest part of the model to design, and I didn't really capture the roundness of the ribs as seen on the Bandai model. As you can probably tell, the ribs are the most challenging part to build on this model. The inner set of ribs are connected to this snout assembly, and unfortunately, a few of them are one-stud connections, so this is also the most fragile section of the build. The outer ribs are connected with Technic pieces and some snout techniques. The Technic pieces also provided connection points for the smaller wing assemblies. For the first set of ribs, I ran out of space due to the angled wing box, so I had to connect the ribs to what I think is the shoulder blades of Ghidorah. This section of the build is super important, as it not only connects the body to the vertical support stand, it also has to support the wings. This wing joint is sandwiched together with snout, so it is so strong that the model can be lifted from this section, although I do not recommend it. Instead, you should lift the model from the display stand. Honestly, this model was really challenging to design, and it took me almost one whole month to complete. Stud.io crashed during the design process, and I lost a file with 700 pieces already built. However, I think the outcome is pretty cool, and something I've never done before. I'd like to give a thanks to Ransom Fern, who supported me throughout this build and also had to endure my complaints about the model and Stud.io. Once again, instructions for this will be on my Rubricable. Thanks for watching.